Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Legacy Evolution Metalhawk. And Metalhawk here is a Voyager Legacy figure that's a surprising remold of Transformers Kingdom Cyclonus, I believe. I know it's Cyclonus. I think Cyclonus was originally from Kingdom. But yeah, it's like they did a lot of work here to make this into what passes for a decent jet. It certainly is very much inspired by G1 Metalhawks, like inner robot mode that turn into a jet. I have some design issues with it, but that comes more as like an aviation and aerospace engineer than like a Transformers fan. As a toy that's like, hey, this is like Pretender Metalhawk's inner robot, I think it works pretty well. I don't love the use of this gray plastic. I never liked that tone of gray plastic. I wish they'd retire it and just stick to either the darker plastic or the like more gunmetal gray plastic. But I mean, he's a jet. He's kind of oddly shaped. I guess he's got engines on the sides, but that are like set away from the fuselage. It doesn't 100% make sense that these are intakes, but then these are also intakes, unless he's got 4 engines. And on the back end, he doesn't, like, I guess he's got 4 exhausts, but they're like, I don't know. The whole thing's a little nonsensical. I guess you could snake like a flow path through here or something. The wings are, from my perspective, they're a little on the stubby side. I kind of wish they had another fold out to come out just a little further, give us maybe a diamond pattern or anything. But again, this is like accurate-ish to the G1 toy. I do like the use of red paint where it is, on these tail fins especially. That's very, very striking. With the blue plastic, you get nice, like, almost a wash detail there. That's really cool. Underneath, you can basically make out the robot mode, per usual on jet pieces. But overall, it's not a great-looking jet, but I think Transformers fans will be happy of this representation of Metalhawk. I do want to compare him. I do have the Generation Select Cyclonus. So there we can see just how like different the two are and where the design compromise came from. So what they did was they essentially said, okay, we want this wing structure to swing up here, and then these wings will be pointed the right way, and this will be the back. So now, like mid-span on the fuselage, you have this shoulder joint swinging up, and that's kind of what fucks up the aerolines, what breaks it up. But I get like the logic here, and it is, you know, it's a pretty decent attempt, even if I very much prefer this Cyclonus version of this design to the Metalhawk interpretation. The other thing I want to compare him to is my current Metalhawk. Here we have my current Metalhawk. When obviously this is like blinged out in Toy Hack stickers, and this is not a G1 accurate looking Metalhawk, but to me it's just a much better jet spaceship mode. Again, I love that there's a Titan Master inside the cockpit here. I love the X-Wing like double barrel guns here, and then the forward swept wings here. Yeah. This video could easily turn into me gushing about this toy, and I don't want to do that. I want to focus on this toy. What I will say is, again, the use of paint seems to be pretty minimal. It looks like back here we've got a painted like back panels here. We've got paint on these tail wings there, and we've got paint up here on this cockpit, making it not transparent, making it opalescent. What do you call it? Opaque. There we go. Opaque. But yeah, overall, like, it's fine. It doesn't have any landing gear, which was surprising because the landing gear here could have stayed the same from Cyclonus, and there's room for landing gear up front, but for whatever reason they decided to remove it. And if you look at it from the bottom, this ugly gold plastic is pretty terrible. But other than that, you know, it's fine. It swooshes pretty okay. You know, it's pretty okay looking. Now, he does come with accessories. I didn't talk about them because they are in this awful gray plastic once again, but it comes with a sword and then 2 guns. This is like, I think this is the easiest thing to do would be like paint the gun body, spray paint it blue, and then detail up the fins in red and maybe the barrel in a gunmetal color. It does have 2 tabs that plug in on the sides, which give him his like some additional wings. But again, if we get this plugged in on both sides, that lifeless, dull, gray plastic, it's got to be the cheapest, like the default no color plastic color, because otherwise I don't know why they keep using it. And the sword comes up, and we just add a whole bunch more lifeless gray onto that jet mode. And yeah, that is, you know, it's not for me. I would 1000% recommend spray painting these, paint them up, because as is, they look pretty boring. The sculpting is nice. Like, I like these little guns. They also do, I believe, they can attach together. There we go. So they form like a double barrel gun, which is kind of neat. Little winged gun here. That's interesting sculpting detail. And this one has like a weird little like power cable coming from the hilt. And I like it's clearly a stabbing weapon, right? You've got this big pointed arrow here. But it's neat sculpting detail that's just let down because that gray plastic just absorbs all that detail. Transformation, I think, is similar enough to Cyclonus that we can fast forward through this bad boy. Alright, it's time to announce the winner of Transformers Generations Legacy Evolution Crosscut. Again, on the left side we have all of our comments on the video. If you entered the giveaway and you answered the question of the day, a lot of people want a Diaclone Blitzwing, which is overcharge. I 100% agree. That would be super awesome. But if you entered the giveaway, then I gave you a little heart to help me keep track. Got all 28 entries over here on the right side, and we're going to go ahead and see, ran between 1 and 28. Our winner is number 21. 21 is Incoherent Babbler. Incoherent Babbler, congratulations. I think, what did you say? Red Mirage, which would be really cool. I'd be down for getting that mold again in the color red. Yeah, the Kingdom version specifically. But Incoherent Babbler, congratulations. And you can reach out to us social media, on Discord. I am C@Ashami. I no longer have numbers behind my Discord name because they did that alphanumeric thing. So just CEHTESHAMI on Discord. You can reach out to me that way, and we'll get your information to ship out Crosscut out to you. Congrats. And let's get back to the review. And here is Metalhawk in his robot mode. And first off, let's start out with what is a pretty nice head sculpt. I think I would have preferred more of a smile or something else on him. But I like the back-swept, ear fins. I like the prominent chin and nose, the blue painted eyes. The biggest problem with this mode is it's got too much really ugly plastic. We've got this lifeless gray plastic all over him again, and now it's been added to by this gold plastic on his chest and helmet. This, to me, is not a good-looking gold plastic. It looks a little sickly. It looks a little like just cheaply made yellow plastic, which is unfortunate. His silhouette and things I think are nice. He borrows a lot from Cyclonus, right? But I think the Cyclonus body type is a pretty heroic body type. So, getting it a little bit of this cut in, the wings behind him. I kept thinking that I need to fold up the wings like Cyclonus's wings fold up, but these don't do that. Clearly the Cyclonus shoulders and the knees and everything like that. It's Cyclonus pretty through and through, but a new chest head sculpt and a new chest sculpt and a new head sculpt, I think, do a lot to make him feel not like Cyclonus. Again, the paintwork kind of becomes a little more prominent here. We've got some paint apps on the chest, some tampographing, the face, the knees and kneecap pieces. That's where the paint went, and it just feels like a little light on the paint budget. It feels like he could have done with some detailing up here, maybe some additional red paint to break things up. Maybe this could have been gold paint. That would have probably looked way better. But yeah, overall, it's a decent looking enough robot mode that's let down by the plastic colors that shine through. Now, he is nicely posable. You do get some head tilt, some head waggle in there. That's nice and expressive. 360, same thing as like the Cyclonus shoulder articulation, twist here, 90-degree bend. We don't get Oh no, we do get wrist swivel here. I keep forgetting that Cyclonus does have wrist swivel, which is nice. Again, this one is a little loose, which is unfortunate, but you get to go out that far, you get to go forward that far, back that far. The knee is disappointing again. Same thing with Cyclonus. There needed to be a tab in this thigh shin, like right above the knee, that went into the socket here to lock that in place. So you can hold on. It doesn't need to restrict the movement, but just something to lock it down so it's not always like popping out and breaking his knee sculpt, which is disappointing. Something a little nicer. I'm surprised that didn't get fixed since they remolded so much on this toy anyway. And then you do have ankle tilt, so you can get him, you know, swinging his sword. You can get him in like a heroic, the classic hero like S pose kind of thing. I wish. It's not a lack of articulation, it's just that his chin gets in the way, but he can't really like look down from that S pose, which is, you know, a little bit of a shame. But overall, articulation is good. I just think that it's not a great looking color scheme on this mold. If I'm comparing the two, I do end up preferring Titan's Return Metalhawk. I like this version of the character better. The proportions are a little more heroic. I know it's not traditional G1 Metalhawk, but I just like the way this guy looks a little bit better. Not that there's anything super wrong with this mold, it's really just the colors. To kind of give a comparison, here is the base mode, or the base mold with Cyclonus. And I don't love Cyclonus' head sculpt, but the different color scheme, like look at this gray plastic compared to that gray plastic. Look at this gray plastic compared to that gray plastic. Look at this gold plastic compared to that gold plastic. Like these color choices matter, especially to me. I want to see something on the shelf, pick it up, play with it, and have fun transforming it. It's a fun and simple transformation, but I get all that same transformation over here, and this is a more fun transformation to me. And this guy looks better. On my shelf, I think this is the better look. Now, taste is totally subjective. I can definitely see some people say, oh, I want the Voyager size, like I want this version of the character on my shelf. To which I'd say, you can have this one. This video is a giveaway. I have announced the winner of the previous giveaway during the right after the transformation video, part of the video, but I am going to give away this version of Metalhawk, this one, because I'm going to keep this guy. So this Metalhawk is going to be my giveaway. And I think my question is this. If they sold this same toy, but they made it leader class, and the extra value of the price point came from having a pretender shell, would you buy that? Do you get value from the pretender shell? What would you need to get in order to buy a pretender shell? Would you want like a core class figure with a Voyager class pretender shell that articulates? Would you want a bigger toy with a bigger shell that's less articulated? Or you're just not into pretenders? Do you super need a pretender shell because you're a big G1 diehard fan? Just let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't done one of my giveaways before, you go down in the comments, you answer the question of the day, which is just share your thoughts on pretenders. And next week's video, when I review Scourge, because I just saw Rise of the Transformers last night. It was super awesome. I'm gonna go see it again this weekend. I might be watching it right now when this video comes out. Who knows? The more I think back on it, Rise of the Transformers was pretty great. But the question of the day. What do you think about pretenders? How do you want to collect your pretenders? Answer it down in the comments below. Say you want to enter the giveaway. And then next week's video, I'll announce the winner. That's it for today's review. Hopefully it was fast for everyone. I hope you have a great day. I know I will. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye!